Hey, could you imagine? Could you imagine the conversation? Dominic, do you feel safe here? I sure enough do here. I sure do, Daquan. It's a great place
No,
here. It is.
no, you're not brainwashing me, San Diego. I know where I'm safe and not safe. No, but no, they treated me good out here, so I can't really say much, man. But all right, we are back. I hope that woke some people up because I need to fucking wake up. Meet the Marauders. For the ones that came before, the new ones, and the ones that come in the future, for the ones, everybody, thank you for coming back. This is Media Marauders. I'm your illustrious host, Maximo. Then we have King, and we follow up with Mr. Thomas down there, Mr. Editor in Chief over here.
Editor in chief.
He's up.
Editor-in-Chief. Salute. Nah, but seriously, it's you can see we're missing some people. James couldn't make it with us. He ran into some trouble. He's taking care of his own stuff right now. So we'll hope to see him in the near future. But for the gentlemen that have been able to make it, once again, thank you guys. And let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna start it off. Like everything we do, we marauding. Like we grab some content, bring it to the masses, take it how it is, and distribute it the way that we feel is necessary. So
that's right. We get the booty.
We get booty. We get a lot of booty. But to my wife though, like she understands that, But no, to get to it, I was searching through like I always do when I'm constantly thinking about this channel, and I came across something with HBO with Mrs. Issa Rae, the infamous Issa Rae, and other producer Adam McKay, which both shows are on. They both produce shows on HBO. One, Issa Rae doing Insecure, and Adam McKay doing Succession, which I haven't seen his show, but I've been a bit of a fan for Insecure. I don't know if you guys have watched either of those shows, but these two individuals. Have y'all seen Insecure or Succession?
I've watched Insecure a couple times, just on and off. I've seen random episodes of it, and one of them was of the guy that works at Best Buy. How he was getting treated bad.
Oh,
dang! Then he came around.
I forgot his name. Issa Rae's ex-boyfriend.
I can't think of his name, but he came back around somehow and turned the tables on everybody. Everybody was like, "Oh,
yeah."
That's the thing with me and Insecure. Like, I feel like I've seen it, but I don't own HBO, so it's mostly from people talking on Twitter.
Yeah.
The Twitter universe makes it so much better, man.
Yeah, and I feel like Twitter is probably the worst place to go to for a synopsis or any kind of feedback.
That's not true, man. Twitter's actually a very good place to get synopsis of things, man. You know what? Let me tell you right now, just a little mind blowing incident for you. I didn't watch any of the Nate Robinson and Jack Paul fight, but I read everything through Twitter, and it made it 100 times funnier, dog. I'm telling you, it made it 100 times funnier.
Bro, like you were there watching it, It's like they give you the play-by-play for free.
Yo, I really was.
This is about to be a good one because we honestly don't have a lot to talk about, and I kind of want to bring up that fight, or at least what's happened after that fight, and how this Jake Paul has definitely solidified his place in the universe within internet and social media. But not to deter away, let me go ahead and finish this one off. So both producer Issa Rae and Adam McKay, I want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly, but it should be Adam McKay, and I've seen his name multiple times in TV shows, and I think also in movies. But basically this show, Adam McKay. This show is going to be called, like, HBO went in sort of like a bidding for this particular rights for this show. It's originally it's called, let me get it right. I don't want to F up, y'all. Give me a second. It's called Nice White Parents. Nice White Parents. This title is it's a podcast on Studios Production, I want to say. It's a podcast on Studios Productions, and it's about the school system. It's about the school system and how it could kind of cater towards a particular group of people, which are white people. This podcast that tackles a lot with segregation, desegregation within schools, and it's supposed to be a very serious type of podcast. The thing is with the show that HBO finally got the rights to from Issa Rae and Adam McKay, which they're going to be producing once again, it's going to be sort of like a satirical type of 30-minute show, and it's going to tackle that same premise where, the school systems cater more. When you have a white parent that's especially influential, they could really pave the way for their children, which we can kind of take a case that happened when the mother from Full House, where she pretty much bribed the school for her child to get into the university.
Yeah.
So things like that. I forget her name. If you don't mind fact checking real quick, Mr. Thomas, just in case nobody comes at it sideways. But I'm sorry. But
Lori Fuller or something like that.
I think. But this show is pretty much taking a certain comedic role in how that is an issue within our society, within the United States anyway. We can speak on our side of it all.
Lori Laughlin, Aunt Becky.
Lori Lawson?
Laughlin or Laughlin?
But yeah, she was one of the recent. Yeah, she was one of the recent parents that pretty much bribed the university to get their child into a school. And I think I bring this up because it was interesting, and I think Issa Rae, I don't know much of Adam McKay's work that I've been knowledgeable of, but with Issa Rae's type of humor and her delivery with things, she does the acting in Insecure, and she also produces it as well. So I think having her hand in this can have a similar kind of humor, but still in your face type of message. This is what's happening. Pay attention. This is what's going on within neighborhoods that you live. So yeah, I thought it would be kind of cool, but I think I want to see if I can give a quick little synopsis, or because I got this from The Root online. It's a website called The Root.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So the project has received a pilot commitment at the premium cabler. The show is described as a satirical look at the conflict and comedy that arise when highly resourced white parents who claim to have the best intentions wield their influence over generations of Black and brown students within the New York public school system. Yeah. Shout out to New York. But I thought that would be a nice little. I think it'll be funny, and I think it'll be a social commentary. Like turn the camera around on people that are influential, that have that influence, and kind of slap them on the wrist a little bit. Pay attention. Not everyone has this, so I feel like shows like this can really show that deliver that exposure that certain parts of the United States or even around the world possibly can get a little edgy, but still have some kind of comedic relief behind it as well. But so that's
my question is the cast supposed to be a mix of Caucasian African Americans, or just all Caucasians?
Well, right now,
African American.
Since this is something that's recent, they just got HBO just got the rights to put it out. They're still they're going through the casting. Like right now, for the ones that are watching, look this up. I'm sure you could find some kind of auditioning type of thing going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they're currently looking for set pieces for the show. So yeah, I made sure I read that too. Yeah.
I was gonna say, this is not like the first time. See, I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go with it. If I want to talk just about the show or the issue that they're going to try to tackle. Because this is not the first time I've heard about that. Like Vox, the podcast is actually from the New York Times. And Post, which has a couple of episodes based around the idea of certain people directing the school systems. And there's that book I think I told you all about, the history of America, or it's like the truth about American history or something like that.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, you told us. I remember you telling us about it.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons that book came up, was I was listening to a podcast about the same subject.
Gotcha.
Because it's like depending on where you live with property taxes, depends on how much you influence the school system. So you got high property taxes, you probably influencing the school system where people who don't pay any taxes.
Oh yeah.
Or not paying taxes, but low taxes. And you have different problems, but you're enforcing it on people who don't have those same problems. And causes some issues. I want to see what Issa Rae does with this, because I'm like, it could be hilarious. Saved by the Bell, the new reboot, is also touching on that same subject.
Really? That's on Netflix, right?
No, it's on Peacock. I'm actually about to, at some point in the next month or two, I'm going to subscribe so I can watch the whole season of Saved by the Bell.
Interesting.
Are you watching? Wait, so you don't have Peacock yet, right?
Nah, Peacock, they messed up. They let you watch the first episode for free.
Oh yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah,
that's a marketing tool, man.
Yeah.
That's a marketing team right there, baby. They got your ass now.
I'm like, that first episode hit me. I was like, you know what? I'm watching. I'm gonna watch this, because it's like it took well, not to go too far off topic. It took the the idea of Saved by the Bell, the same school system, and they even have some of the sets designed the same.
Yeah.
They're touching like the main character. I want to say I believe she's the main character, is like a female Latino Latinx that
Latinx.
Yeah,
I am covering the bases.
Yes. But, we love everybody, all right? We love everybody.
I get it. I just
this is a loving channel, Bruno. I'm sorry, our king. I apologize.
Yeah.
We forgot you were here.
I know. Maxwell and myself, us Latinx folks, we don't judge.
Yeah, of course. Latinx every day, baby. Come on.
But,
all right, I got you.
We're about to get canceled.
Hey man.
To the audience, I'm just being funny. I'm just being funny, audience. I'm just being funny.
We're not that popular yet, but when we are popular, they come back to this, then we'll
No. When we're popular, this episode's getting deleted. That's what's happening.
Right.
But,
special time.
But so yeah, she's a Latinx student who, like, her school system is like dangerous minds looking, mess up looking, and then they just come in, like the parents at Bayside, like because some budget cuts happen in the government. They had to figure out what schools to shut down. You're not going to shut down people who pay them high taxes, so they ended up shutting down the broke people's school, and then all the kids are getting transferred.
The broke people's school.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they're not rebooting the series per se. They just kind of they're kind of like going into a modernized society right now. But with okay, all right.
I don't really consider it reboots, but that's what people say it is. To me, it's more like a sequel. But
kind of like Fuller House, right?
Yeah,
like Fuller House.
Yeah, it's like
sort of like a spin-off type of thing.
Zach, Kelly, and them Slater, they're in the show, they're grown up. But
okay, I know they're in the show. Okay.
Well, but what else do you have on like the school system though? Just not to take too much away, because I wanted to.
It happened. There was a big issue in our city, like because our side of our city, we have like 3 maybe middle schools, and downtown they shut down their like only main middle school.
Okay.
And the people were complaining about it, but us folks who live up here with the different taxes.
Us folks live up here. Me and my mountain, I'm good.
I mean,
that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of times that happens, and we have different issues, so we don't really think about it, but it happens a lot. Like how they only have one grocery store if you go downtown, and we have 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I feel like with that, like, could they kind of take advantage of that with the nice white parents, like, because I know the satirical stuff is going to make it, more have a levity to it, so it could be more viewable for the viewers, and it won't be too serious all the time. It won't not technically be a drama. It'll be like a comedy drama type of thing.
I think so, but at the same time, I think the only people who are going to really watch this are going to be liberal people. I feel like there might be some conservatives who watch it and laugh, but I feel like when it comes to these things, it just kind of still goes to the same people who would already care about this. Or it's a weird one. I'm not going to watch it on HBO, but if it's on, I would watch it.
Yeah, it looks interesting. But yeah, I wanted to bring it up, see what you guys' thoughts on it. Like, King, you got anything to follow up?
No, I mean, it sounds pretty interesting. I wanted to actually know what kind of not audience but cast members would be on it, just to figure which side they were showing the point of view from, whether it be like the I hate to put it this way, like the oblivious white family or the obviously concerned black family. So I just want to know. I would be interested in that type of cast, what they're doing, and not necessarily saying it would be a view of Blackish, but at the same time. Well, I can't even compare. I'm not going to compare it to Blackish, actually, to be honest with you. But just more of an aspect of figuring out if they're doing it from the oblivious white side aspect or the obviously the black family paying attention to what's going on.
And possibly they could flip it. Like they could have certain families, and one the influential black family, maybe a middle class white family, but the white family was probably still hold some kind of precedence.
Right.
So they could kind of flip it some kind of way like that too.
Question: have you ever looked into what happened in like the Massachusetts, Boston area?
Honestly, no, I haven't.
Because they didn't have segregation, so they had this idea, hey, let's grab the black kids and send them to school with a whole bunch of rich white kids. Yeah.
How'd that go?
I think it's
great education.
You said, excuse me?
I think it's still going on to this day.
Really?
They didn't have segregation, so they didn't have to make laws to say, hey, you can't have your own schools over in these areas. So you have kids getting bused like 2-3 hours to school or something like that. I don't know the exact hours, but they got distance to get bused just to go to school because supposedly
I want to know how many fights broke out throughout all that time.
Probably like 3.
Probably not that much, especially when you take someone out of their own element and say, hey, go around a whole bunch of people you don't know that you only will see at school, won't see them in your neighborhood.
Yeah, but the cliques are going to be heavy. The cliques like that are going to be heavy.
Everyone can say broken.
I don't know. Anyways, but no, that was mine. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, there was a little quick little insight. Like I said, it's probably gonna be a dry episode, but you know, we still.
Now y'all enjoy every last
we're never dry.
That's right.
We're never dry.
Moist.
Always moist.
I'm a little moist. I'm a little moist. No,
because we get the booty. That's what we do.
Right. Okay. All right. Anyway. Thomas, you got anything for us, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I decided to go with Trauma Team, Cyberpunk 2077 Trauma Team, that comic book.
Comic book, yes.
Yes. Like I read the first episode or first issue, and I like I said, I'm going to read more of them. I really, even though it's a limited series, I think it's like only 4 episodes. It made me want to go and start reading a lot more like indie comic books and all that stuff. Yeah. Because like just the way it starts like little intro to it. It starts off with a main character going through trauma. Like the main character is like, you know, I can't remember her name. I don't know she's the name. But like, you know, you're on a team and your job is to like, I guess in like Night City, which by the time you're seeing this, game's already out, but in Night City, I'm guessing you can hire your own. Like, say you get in trouble with something, like, you know, you get shot up or something like that, you can call this trauma team to come and help you and like take you to the hospital. But the trauma team also comes bringing their own guns too.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm like, yo, it's like a full-on war unit. And when I'm sitting there like reading it, I'm like, yo, her whole team gets wiped out besides her. So she's like going through the PTSD of, hey, I saw my whole team get killed, and I had to go save this guy. And then like, even though it's not heavy dialogue, the writing is for like the small amount that it is precise and to the point and tells the story. Like,
gotcha. So it's enough there. It's enough there to push it.
Yes. It's like they didn't like just the art to it, the angles they picked for the panels. Like it's a piece of art. It's a piece of art.
It has like a gritty type of art style, right? Like it's kind of not grainy, but like more of a realistic grittiness.
It reminds me of like if you look at the Boys art style or like the Punisher type art style, like not the realistic like hyper detail, but like when they have like that kind of raw like strokes to it, art style. Yeah,
because I remember you know, watching all these dang videos and being absorbed, because you know it's a game that's going to be hyped, and like you said, the game's going to be out very soon, tomorrow, this week. So one thing that I remember them talking about was the medical team, which is what this comic book's about.
Yeah,
and it's a certain type of insurance pack that certain people are eligible for. So pretty much, if you have the money for it, these dudes could be at your door. If you could have an allergic reaction or something, these dudes will be at your door like within minutes. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy.
If you don't mind me, well, I'm not going to spoil.
Not spoil, but
you know I don't mind. You know I don't mind. I'm gonna spoil something a little later too. Go ahead.
But like, it's like so like if you're a gang, say you're a gang member, right? Like
always,
all of we're in the game. Well, you know, Max has the package. Now we out here, we banging. You know, we banging out here. It's going.
All that affiliation, gang affiliation. Yeah. Correct. Continue.
But then Max gets shot. Max like, oh no, I got shot. Beep, 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 beep.
Can't feel my legs.
Calling the trauma team. Now the trauma team got to come in a gang war and bail Max out because he has the money for this. And I was like, yo, this world is messed up.
Yes.
Then it also hit me that they're doing a full media push for Cyberpunk. Like the game comes out, well, it's going to be out by the time you'll see this. The comic book came out before the game, and then we still have the anime next week.
Anime, all right.
And that's the thing. I'm like, reading the comic book, seeing what the game's looking like. Now I want to do the whole media push. Now I want to read. I want to watch everything, read everything, play everything.
Yeah,
there might be another game coming, but
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It kind of not well. It's not the same thing as having an ambulance, but like there was this movie. There's this movie on Hulu I watched. Oh, was it Hulu? Amazon. It was on Amazon. I think it was like a spot called Hotel Artemis or something like that.
Yeah.
You seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen parts of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good until the ending. But yeah.
See. I thought I'm gonna end up ruining something for somebody. But
Hotel Artemis. Try not to ruin anything.
It's old.
God dang it.
Hotel Artemis, man, was a good. Like I said, it's interesting. It's got a whole slew of. I'm not even gonna say really. It's got a whole slew of actors you will know. Mm-hmm. The highest paid, high quote unquote highest paid actor on there is actually Jeff Goldblum, and it's pretty. His role is pretty interesting in it. Thought it was pretty cool. And then
sure.
But I thought about what you were saying about the medical team. In this case, you have to go to the medical team to get yourself fixed up, and it's holy ground for those that go there. So it's pretty interesting. And it's got the guy Charlie Day in there too. I think is it Charlie Day? I think it is Charlie. Yep, Charlie Day. He's in it too. Really interesting movie. So I'm not gonna ruin it for nobody though. I'm gonna ruin something else a little later. Luckily James isn't here.
He just hops on. Spoilers. Just throw
spoilers. Just
throw it in there.
No, but that's a pretty cool, that's actually a pretty good comparison because from like I said, what I've seen in the trailer and watching that movie is somewhat similar. It's just with these package plans, like it's really selective for the ones like they make it a point that your broke ass ain't gonna be able to have this. Like you're gonna be dead on this street. We're not gonna help you.
Right. And it was the same way with Hotel Artemis too, because you had to have a specific what's the other thing? You have a specific status. You had to have a specific status within the society to go there as an assassin. So it was pretty dope.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen the movie, I say go watch it.
I might have to put it on my soon to watch list.
Hotel Artemis is really good.
It's good. The acting's pretty good. The setting's pretty good. Everything's all in one setting. So it's one of those movies where you're not really the only thing that's changing is certain parts of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So
different location, everything. Yep.
But like I was thinking, back to the comic book though. It's just like I'm telling you, I don't really, because I don't keep up with too many comic books, but this the concept of the media around it seems like it's going to pan out. Like I'm probably gonna read the next one tomorrow. Gotta have.
Yeah, they got a couple issues out already, right?
It's all they have. I think the fourth one comes out. I could probably buy the other three tonight and finish them by noon tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay.
There's only four. There's only four of them, and I got it on
Google
the Google Play library for like $3.99.
Yeah, it's not that bad. So each issue $3.99. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of content for this game, man. We're not gonna make it a Cyberpunk 2077 episode, but next week we definitely are coming back for our first time impressions and what like the predictions that we want. So for the ones that made it this far in the video, look forward to that for next week because this game is just I know it's overhyped and I know it could be annoying for some, but I'm one of the ones that
overhyped. But
yeah, we'll get to it honestly because it's a very, 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 very interesting.
Right.
It's one of those games of the century, like Witcher 3. When Witcher 3 and Last of Us, I think, around that same time. No, did they come out around the same time?
Witcher 3 and Last of Us?
Oh no, I'm thinking there's another game that came around the same time as Witcher 3, which was overly hyped.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was Red Dead. You're right. I think it was Red Dead 2015.
What's Red Dead?
Right.
Wow. But I know, like, honorable mention, a movie that y'all, or a movie series that y'all might want to check out if you're into like historical content.
Oh, lost me. Next.
Small Axe. It's like about what the people from the West Indies, Caribbean went through in, like, I was getting mixed up. London or England, whichever. I don't remember, like, the greater area, but it's what the people went through in those areas. And I watched the first one a couple weeks back. I think the third movie's out now. They have like a powerhouse of stars in it. Yeah, Witcher 3 released May 18th, 2015.
Red Dead Redemption, I'm pretty sure came out that year too. Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was another game, but there's certain games that have monuments of moments, and this is going to be one of them because of all the times that it's been paused, like they had to extend the release date, but yeah, we'll get more into the Cyberpunk thing. But I would like to do a quick honorable mention as well, since we're about to wrap it up. Spider-Man 3, the movie with Tom Holland, is going to be coming out very soon, and they just announced that Charlie Cox, the man that played Daredevil in the Netflix series, is going to be in this movie as well. So that also puts Charlie Cox in the potential role, but I think it's actually going to happen where Disney will be picking up that Daredevil again with Charlie Cox, and that could potentially bring other characters and cast members from the original Netflix series. So that's something to look forward to.
Did that say he was going to play Daredevil, or he has a cast in it? Okay.
Charlie Cox is going to be playing Daredevil. They and then, for the ones out there, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's going to be playing reenacting the role of Daredevil, and I thought he was an incredible Daredevil. Not that I was a big Daredevil fan, but just the series made me a fan.
Yeah, so, and you know what? I wouldn't even be mad if they kept his same suit, but I think they'll have to change it to match Spider-Man's theme as far as the costume or suit goes, because he has a very dark theme in the Netflix version.
Definitely. And they were kind of like boys. They were like kind of frenemies at start. So like I would like to see that kind of dynamic between them. Charlie Cox is an incredible actor, at least in that role. And Tom Holland is doing an incredible job, in my opinion, as the most recent Peter Parker / Spider-Man. He does both roles.
Favoritism.
I mean, I'm just saying, he's a great actor. I think he's a really good actor. He's an aspiring actor. This kid is moving places. So salute to Tom Holland and Charlie Cox on that. I mean, Charlie.
Who played the best Spider-Man?
Don't do it.
John Mulaney.
What the hell? Who?
I can see
John Mulaney.
I can see that.
John Mulaney as what's his name? I'm gonna say it wrong, but he's a Spider Porker, the version on in the multiverse.
Peter Porker.
Peter Porker.
Yes. Peter Porker. John Mulaney did a great job in that animated series too. I would love to see a Miles Morales movie in the future, but all right, fellas, we're gonna end it right there. You said what?
I don't know if I'd like that.
What, Miles Morales movie?
Yeah.
Live action?
I can't picture an actor being Miles Morales right now.
Oh, actor.
I see what you're saying. I could, only because I'm trying to have an open mind about it, just like the Cowboy Bebop live action.
The question he's making is who would be the perfect actor for him as that. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was thinking kid from Blackish, the little kid, not the light skinned one, but John. I think the youngest,
the youngest one. Yeah. Oh, that's a good look. That could be a good look there. That could be.
See, no, I want an Afro Latino. I want an Afro Latino to be.
I got you, like the actual. I would have to look it up
because we had a lot of Afro Latino actors in our time coming up, I don't know who's the young version that I could see being Miles Morales.
You know, everyone wants to say Jaden Smith, but hell no. But like Afro-Latino?
No.
Who be saying that? Who be saying that?
Motherfuckers out like everyone else been saying it.
Yeah, everyone has said. Well, not everyone.
You've been saying
Jaden Smith. I do not want Jaden Smith to be Miles Morales.
The survey of one. Everyone
said no. I do not want Jaden Smith to be Miles Morales. That will be the very last person. I already told y'all
right now. Y'all better make Jaden Smith Miles Morales.
Fuck, I cannot. I cannot. Nothing against Jaden Smith and the Smith family. I love Will Smith. He's like an uncle I wish I had, but uncle I could have. No, you said what?
Okay, Joe.
No. Anyways, we're gonna edit right there. We'll come back next time. Y'all let us know in the comments, or we'll probably do a survey who you think should be Miles Morales live action. But until then, thank you, fellas, once again for the ones that can make it. And James, try to be there next time if you can.
You got to bring the weights. You got to bring the weights on the show and go.
other seasonal co-hosts. Let's see if you guys can make it too. But all jokes aside, thank you, fellas. This is Maximo. This is King and Thomas. Y'all have a good one. For the please click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell on the side for all Media Marauders content. Thank you once again for coming up. Thank you once again for the ones that commented. I comment back, so thank you for the ones that commented. And for the feedback, any future feedback, we always appreciate that. Bless, we blessed. So y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
We the band.